Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, it's Sheun Oke here. I know the shopping have been going so well. And that's what we see in the TV, that's where we see in the adverts about the gifts and everything. And I've done a little bit of survey asking people, why do we celebrate Christmas? And down the generations, it seems to be losing a bit of the story. So I'm just going to bring the story to remind you why we celebrate Christmas. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And He made man so that we can have a relationship with Him. In fact, there was a record that every single evening He comes down on earth to dine and wine with Adam and Eve. He wanted to know every single thing that was going on with them. He was that detailed. He loved them. And every single day that He comes, hey Adam, how was your day? Hey Eve, how is it going? And they'll say, oh yeah, it's been very, very amazing. We have an elephant that gave birth. We have the birds that are multiplying. And so really, so God, how is it in heaven? Oh my God, it's been an amazing time of worship. Angel Gabriel was singing. Everybody had good stories to tell. And it was a good relationship because that was why God created man, for relationship. And then He gave them an instruction. Don't do this. And man kept to that until we desired something more. And then the devil preyed on the desire. The woman will keep going and looking at the tree that God says, don't touch this one. Because when you touch it, you are going to die. There are different types of death. There is a physical death and there is spiritual death. God did not tell them that. It was not just a physical death. Yes, it actually led to physical death. What was spiritual death? It was a disconnection with the Almighty. Disconnection with the Holy One. Disconnection from the glory that was at the beginning that covered them. At the beginning, we didn't have to wear the designer clothes. The glory covered everybody. But sin came. And because God is so holy, He could not look at sin. Man started hiding. Has it ever happened to you that you did something wrong and all you just want to do is hide away? You don't want anybody to know. Yes, we've all been through that. And it's actually an ongoing thing too. When you do something wrong, you want to hide away. You don't want anybody to know it. So consciously or subconsciously, we know when we do wrong things, don't we? And then when God came one day, and He called us as usual to Adam and Eve. Hey Adam, hey Eve, where are you? Silence. No sound. And God was wondering, what's going on here? Of course He knew, but He had to ask, Adam, where are you? Oh God, I am naked. Seriously? Naked? Who told you you're naked? He said, the woman you gave me, she told me to eat this and I ate it. Is it not so typical of humans that when we do wrong thing, we blame somebody else? We do, don't we? But should it be? And when God asked the woman blamed the serpent. But remember that her desire led her away. The serpent did not make the decision. The decision was made by the woman to go look again and eat of what she has not done. What is that? That is simply sin. Sin causes us to disconnect from God. Sin causes us to lose that relationship. And because God created us for a relationship, and because He's holy, He cannot look at sin. That relationship was broken. God's heart was broken. He had made His own perfect people. But we went the wrong way. Sin came into the world through one man. And God had to make another provision. Another gift for us. Another person to come. So that that relationship could be mended. Because it broke God's heart. That He could lose His own special people that He created for His own glory. Yes, man lost the first glory. And then God started to cover us up. And that's why we have all the clothes that we have today. The glory at the beginning covered, and we didn't have to wear anything but the glory of God. And then God thought about it. How can I bring them back to me? I want them. I created them for me. I want a relationship with them. And then over the years, man went his own way. They called on God. They make different images. They are looking for something because there was a disconnection. But man is still looking for Does it happen to you? There are times you just feel empty, you just feel there's got to be more to life than this. I assure you there's more to life. I assure you there's more. What you're searching, what you're seeking is a relationship. And that's why Christmas is here. Jesus did not just come by accident. It was foretold several centuries before he ever came. Here is an account in Isaiah. Isaiah was one of the prophets of old, as he was an Israelite. And God told him this. In chapter 9 of Isaiah, I'll start from verse 1. Yes, Christmas is not just about the gift. You need to hear the story. This is the story. Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was our vexation, when at the first he lighted, afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievous afflict her by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan, in Galilee of the nations. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. Thou hast multiplied the nations, and not increased the joy before thee, according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. Verse 6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. My daughter sang a song. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, he shall reign forevermore. He'll be called Emmanuel. What is Emmanuel? Say, God with us. We lost the connection at the beginning, and the birth of Jesus was foretold. Every single religion all over the world agree on one thing: that was born of a virgin birth. You and I were born of a copulation of man and woman. But Jesus was different. Because if he had to return us back to God, it's got to be a different breed entirely. So it was a different breed. It was divinity come upon humanity. And that's why we celebrate Christmas. Christmas is about you being returned back unto God in a relationship. It's about the gift of God that was given to us. So the first gift was from God. So when you talk about the gifting of the season, Jesus is the reason for the season, because it was the very first gift that was given unto us. Do you understand this story? Oh, that you may tell the story. If you know the story, share the story of Christmas with someone today. Mary was a teenager, and she must have been of great character for God to have chosen her. It was the most scandalous thing that one could ever hear of in that generation. A virgin giving birth. How does it sound? Oh, mommy, I'm pregnant. Oh, who is the father? I never had sex with anyone. It does not make any sense. That's what God does. It makes sense out of nonsense. He uses the nonsense things to bring sense to us, because he is infinite. He is wise. He is the only wise God. And he's calling on you this time around to make this Christmas a different one. He's calling on you. Yes, the most scandalous story that ever was in the whole of humanity was a virgin giving birth to a son, because he had to bring it to him. That is the story of Christmas. That is the story you should tell to someone. Let it go across the world, saying, joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let the earth receive a king. Let every earth prepare him a room, in heaven and nature sing. In heaven and nature sing. In heaven and nature sing. Merry Christmas to you once again. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. Share this video with anyone that you know. The TV may not tell us what the story is about. They may tell us about the gift. But remember that the greatest gift of all is a gift of life that was given unto you. He was born as a baby so that he could go through all that you will go through, that all that I could go through. He learned to speak, he learned to walk, he learned to have a relationship with man and woman on earth. He learned to build good relationships. He learned to lead. He learned to serve. He learned to die. He left his glory for you so that he can be like you and be able to stand when things go wrong, to say to the Father, oh, I've been through it. She didn't mean it like that. It didn't mean it like that. That is the story of Christmas. Christmas is Jesus is the reason for the season. And Christmas is all about the gift of God from all eternity, so that you may be returned to a relationship with Him. Merry Christmas. Please remember, click like, comment, share. Have a fantastic one. And I do love you. This is Coach S. Call me Sheun Oke.